All right, what's up, Moongoons? Welcome to Horrible Horror Podcast, the podcast where we watch the worst of worst in horror movies. Movies so bad they're scary. I am Marshall Hampton. We're coming from you from the St. Louis Contamination Horror and Sci-Fi Pop Culture Convention. Oh, now we get announced over the loudspeaker, of course. Okay. But we are sitting here with the man, the legend himself, Mr. Micheal Myers. George P. Wilbur has sat down with us to talk Halloween and stunt work. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us. This is so cool. So, George, thank you so much for sitting down and just spend some time with us today. This is an absolute honor and a pleasure for me. I'm a little starstruck. I'm a little nervous, I won't lie. But thank you so much. So how have you... I don't even know where to start. So
how you doing today, George?
So, Micheal Myers, you're 4, 5, 6... if I correct you, you played Micheal Myers more than anybody else. What led you to the Micheal Myers role? Like, you've done a ton of stunt work before you got to Micheal Myers. You're in the Stuntman Hall of Fame, Hollywood Stuntman Hall of Fame. But what led you to the Micheal Myers in Part 4? How did you get there?
My good friend Fred Lerner was a stunt coordinator for the picture. He appointed like 3 or 4 big guys that were at least 6 foot tall to go on this interview and to be picked by the executive producer, Mustafa the Khan. And out of the other 4 guys, Khan liked to be the best. For what reason, I don't know. I guess I had a particular look or walk that he liked. That's the reason why he selected me. I got what they call it the Wilbur walk. And it turned out to be a Micheal Myers walk now.
That's really good. Yeah, I mean, that's something about Micheal Myers. He wears the mask, he has the coveralls, so a lot of it has to be through body language, the way you walk, the way you present yourself, and it's iconic. I mean, obviously, the Wilbur walk, it's great.
Yes. So, you did 4, you did 5, you did 6. Let's just talk about some of your favorite moments from there. Like, you have to have some. Where you do so much with that work. Like, do you have some favorite kills you're a part of, or like favorite? Like, what's Micheal Myers' favorite kill that you've done?
I like the sequence with the pickup truck. I'm on top of the roof trying to grab the driver. I think what's her name?
Ellie Cornell or Ellie?
No, Marilyn. Mary Ann.
Oh, I'm thinking of because that's part.
Wait a minute, I'm on the pickup truck and she's grabbing and trying to shake her out of the window. And as we're driving fast on the road, she suddenly puts on the brakes and I fly off the front of the pickup truck, hit the ground. This is towards the end of the movie where I get shot into the well.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's part. Oh yeah. Part. Is that 5?
It's 4.
4. Yes, thank you. I'm getting
in 5. They picked me up coming out. The other Micheal Myers coming out of the water. I did everything leading up to that sequence, get shot into the well, and they pick up the new stunt guy coming out of the water.
Okay. I just lost all my Halloween cred right there, guys. I should have known that. I've watched that movie so many times.
He really did. Bring somebody else here.
Get this guy out of here.
All right, Aaron, I'm out. I tag in. You go.
But all the stunt work you did, the Micheal Myers work, but you also did other movies as well: Silence of the Lambs, Die Hard, Rush Hour, Dr. Giggles. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Of all the stunts that you've done in your time, what was your favorite, or what was one of the more dangerous ones?
Well, I won't talk about the danger. I feel that every stunt stage, even a simple footfall could be very dangerous.
That's true.
So, I worked the very first film of my life with legends John Wayne, Bob Mitchum, Howard Hawks, being the director and producer of El Dorado, Tucson, Arizona, 1965. Jim Davis had asked him, and I got to know the stunt guys that encouraged me from that point to go to Hollywood to work in the picture business. Chuck Robersons and guys like that. Mm-hmm. So that was my beginning of my career as a stuntman from Tucson, Arizona. I was working on a dude ranch as a wrangler.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible, getting that start out there. I mean, you've been doing it for a long, long time.
Yes.
Yeah, when's the last time? I mean, are you still active? Are you still working? Are you still?
No, I decided just to retire. I had emotional problems and all. My wife passed and all that. I had time to leave, and it was. Mm-hmm. And my last show I had done was I coordinated a little film called I'll think about it. I'll get back to the. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Just saw it. It was about 4 years ago. I did a little low budget film as a coordinator. That was my last professional job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a long storied career. You also did Monster Squad, which holds a special place in my heart.
That was my favorite movie. One of my favorite movies as growing up as a kid. I loved it, watched it all the time, and I made sure I went out and bought like the 25th or 30th anniversary of it. I own like so many different versions of that movie. It's ridiculous.
Oh, excuse me. Cheap Thrills was the picture that I coordinated the last show I did professionally.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Cheap Thrills.
So that was your last work. So yeah, but Monster Squad, what was it you did in Monster Squad? Because again, that was one I grew up with. That introduced me. That movie introduced me to like Wolfman, Dracula. I mean, I was like 5 years old when it came out. So it really helped shape me into following monster movies and getting into horror.
I came in the era of Boris Karloff, the Mummy, the Frankenstein, and you come in with Monster Squad.
Yeah, it's a long time, but I did get a chance to go back and see Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney, like you said, Boris Karloff. So I've gone back and I've seen a lot of that stuff, and I love it as well. So, but it was that type of movie that helped me kind of get a horror history going. But what was your work in Monster Squad there?
I played a policeman that got grabbed by the mummy, and I was slammed into the door of the squad car.
Mm.
Yes, I didn't realize
it's that final scene, that fight out at the end there. That's great.
I love. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Do you have a particular? I guess between 4, 5, and 6. What was your back to Halloween? Fondness for one of the films over the other? Was like 4? I guess maybe is that like the one that you would maybe hold the dearest because that's what started it all, or like? Are they all kind of blend together at this point? How's that?
No, I think the outstanding one I worked on was Halloween 4. Dwight Little, being the director, brought back the atmosphere of Halloween, gave that thrill, the mystery of this guy wearing a hockey mask. That picture before he captured the Halloween spirit with the music. When you heard that music, ding, 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 you knew something bad was going to happen because Micheal Myers was in town. It's like comparison to the Jaws, because you heard the music, Jaws, dun, 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 dun. You knew something's going to bad happen, which it did, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. I think 4 is definitely one. Next to probably the original, 4 is one of my favorites. And then...
it captured the spirit of Halloween.
Yeah, it really did.
The other ones did not.
I agree with you.
Did you like Season of the Witch #3? Did you care for that one? There was Halloween 1 with Micheal Myers, Halloween 2 with Micheal Myers, and then they did Halloween 3, Season of the
Halloween
Witch.
3, yeah, that was pretty good. They made pumpkin pie for that movie. It was a recipe made from the pumpkin. I'm trying to make light of it.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize Halloween in that pumpkin movie.
Yeah. And this guy can't stand it. He can't stand #3 because he loved #1 and 2, and when #4 came out, he was thrilled. That
was kind of a transitional film. Mustafa Akkad bought the rights from that time on after 3 and recaptured the Halloween spirit with Halloween 4.
Right.
Choosing the right director, Dwight Little, who captured the Halloween spirit in it.
Yeah, 3. I've gone on record many times with my issues with #3. As a standalone movie, I guess it would be okay, but once they slapped the Halloween name on it, I hate it so much because as a kid, I spent the entire I watched 1, watched 2, loved Micheal Myers. Because Micheal Myers was one of the few horror characters that actually scared me as a kid. Like he scared the hell out of me. And then so I'm watching 3. And I keep waiting the whole movie. Where's Michael coming? Where's Michael coming? Where's Michael coming? And then an hour, 15 minutes into the movie, or when they get to the warehouse, like, okay, maybe he's gonna come out from behind these boxes and kill people. Nope, there's no Micheal Myers, and it just it crushed me, and it filled me with this anger, and I wasted my time, and I felt lied to by this movie that there was no Micheal Myers in it as a kid, a 12-year-old or whatever at the time. So
it was recaptured in Halloween 4.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think one reason why I like 4 so much because it brought it back. It was like, yes, here it is.
George helps bring it back.
Yes,
Thank
he
you.
did, and it was so great. Like this. And one other thing about Michael I love so much, and that so many people is the Michael look. Like he always that simple little head tilt, but after he kills somebody, he's almost like he's admiring his work or like he's appreciating it. And I mean, you capture that so well. Like I think there's that image where you kill Brody in 4 with the shotgun and kill him on the stairwell, and you just kind of stand there, just kind of do the head tilt and look at him, and it's such a great little moment in horror movie history, in my part.
That wasn't my idea. Malik Akkad created that look.
Really?
That
Okay.
moment. So I got to give it to that's Mustafa's son.
Yes.
He now owns the franchise.
So that's what I thought that was all you. I thought that was your work.
No,
that was his idea, though.
It was his Malik's suggestion.
Well, you executed it perfectly.
You nailed it.
You nailed it. Yeah.
One thing Malik didn't teach me how to do that Wilbur walk. That was me.
Yeah.
Now, what about fall? Like you, as a stuntman, you did the fall. You know, like and again in 4, you fall off the roof. There's a scene where you fall off the roof, if I remember correctly, where you're fighting. Your Ellie Cornell's hanging from the gutters, and you're swiping at her. And then, what is that like? What kind of like the falls? How do you go about preparing for like falling off roofs and stuff like that?
Well, I didn't fall off the roof in that particular scene.
Okay.
The girl that hung there on her, and then she fell off.
She fell off. Okay, and then.
That was a stunt double who
Stunt
fell
double.
into a pad that was prepared out of frame, of course.
Oh, yeah, but okay, well then, but for your falls, like, is there a mindset, like, depending, like, you're up high, and like, there's a mindset you go into and say, okay, I have to fall. What?
Very
Get
much
yourself like, how do you prepare for stuff like that?
Well, it's a sight game. You gotta tell yourself you can do it, and be calm, be cool, and work it all out in your mind prior to doing it. You're gonna go off a height. You can keep your eye on the spot as you go to the pad. Well, mind control. You got to discipline yourself with mind control to control your body.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking with Glenn earlier, and he said kind of the similar thing. He said you just, you envision it, you think about it, but then you just, you don't overthink it. You just execute. Just, give yourself a little prep time, then execute. So yeah, it's because if you think about it too much, you might psych yourself out. So I imagine it's got to be you really got to concentrate on it, or just get in the right state of mind, I guess.
From high fall, you got to keep your eye on the spot you're gonna go to. If you look, your head, you look left or right, your body will follow left or right. You got to keep your eyes on the spot you're going to as you're falling. It's basic.
Yeah.
Now, so, I mean, you did this, like you said, back in like the '60s, like with starting with John Wayne, being a John Wayne stand-in.
No, I was.
You were? I thought.
I was a stand-in. Right, I'm thinking. Wasn't this double or thing?
No, yeah, just stand-in at the time, and then you later.
Yeah.
But when you get into stuff at that time, what kind of like during that era when you're that long ago, for what kind of training did you go to like stuntman school, or did you just kind of teach yourself how to fall? Like, how did you do that?
When I went to Hollywood, after El Dorado, I went up to Pleasant Hill, Wyoming, worked on a TV series called The Monroes out of Fox 20th, and from there I left there to go to Hollywood to train as a stunt guy. I went to a stunt school in Santa Monica. My mentor was Paul Stater, who trained a lot of potential stunt guys in that era. I was very fortunate to train with him before he passed. Taught me all the basics of high falls and fights and camera angles.
Right.
Awesome. So then, how long is stunt school? Like, I mean, college is 4 years, high school is 4 years. Like, what is like a stunt school? Like, how long is that process from start to getting to graduation? Or
well, that depends on your ability. Once you start a stunt school, if you think you know it, go out there and beat the doors on and say, "I'm a stuntman. Here I am. I trained with Paul Stater, and I can do stunts. Give me an opportunity." The opportunities are out there. I can knock on a door and find them.
Okay. That's still very cool. So you actually went to a real stunt school? Like,
yes, I did.
That's gotta be a lot.
You asked me the time I was there. I stayed with Paul Stater to help out after I learned that. Well, from that school, I got the double Peter grades on Mission Impossible. So.
Oh wow.
There's a successful stunt school student.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And so I stayed with the school for like 11 years before I finally.
11 years you were at that stunt school.
Before I got married and went away from the school.
Wow, that's a long. That's tenure. You had tenure. You made tenure.
Well, I'm privileged the fact that I was able to do it because I put into other potential new stunt guys that want to learn. So I learned some stuff that I transferred to them. I was privileged to do it to help upstarts too.
Professor Wilbur,
paying it forward. You're teaching the new generation. That's great. I will ask for this guy right here. I noticed you were also did stunts in Escape from New York, another John Carpenter. You weren't. John Carpenter wasn't on the Halloween 4s that you weren't, but this guy is a huge Kurt Russell fan. Is there something like did you do any stunt work or any scenes with Kurt Russell?
No,
or?
I did not. This was my scene of going right in the city, climbing fire escapes and going through windows. I was part of that sequence of stunts.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with Kurt Russell.
It's just cool. I just didn't know if you had a good story for him or something.
Well, I'm a good friend.
They make fun of me because I'm a big Kurt Russell fan.
Yeah. We all are Kurt Russell. Everybody's a Kurt Russell fan. Everybody loves Kurt Russell.
My wife got me a framed picture with his signature on it. That's, yeah.
Well, I personally talked to Kurt Russell once. I said he was on a golf tournament. I saw him from the side. Hey, Kurt Russell, I'm a good friend of Dick Warlock. He said to say hi. Kurt Russell walked over to me and said, how you doing? George Wilbur. And, oh, yeah. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Dick Warlock.
I really talked to Kurt Russell. Hello. You guys.
Anyway,
Let me touch you.
Yeah, shake his hand. Shake the hand and touch Kurt Russell. So I don't know. You have to apologize. I do apologize for I'm kind of stuttery, but I'm recovering from brain surgery. It's legit, so I'm having a little hard time here. But
you too. My wife always said I was recovering from brain surgery. Time she's better than me too. You too, huh?
Yeah. Just had a.
Well, he went in through the nose and took out some stuff.
I think they took a little too much out.
Yeah,
the brain's gone. But is there, you killed. You said your favorite scene, killing somebody on the truck, was as Michael was on the truck. When you're firing,
on top of the roof, yeah.
On top of the roof, which is great. She's swearing. But when you're as Michael, did you have a favorite death scene where you actually are getting killed instead of you killing somebody else? What was your favorite death as Michael?
Michael never dies. I can't talk about
that. Is the best answer.
Best answer.
That is the answer to give. I love it. But so you said you were the one who fell down the well. You took the scribs. Scribs. Thank you. How do those hurt? Don't they when they go off, or do they?
Because you put a cover on before you put the scribs on. You don't put them on the actual skin of the body. You take the gear with it.
I guess I heard somewhere along the line that since they are still a little exploded, they would still hurt.
They're not pointing inward or pointing outward.
Right.
If they open or close, or make the blood available to the camera.
So you take all the scribs go off. You're getting shot, and then you fall down to the well through the wood and all that.
Yeah.
How far was the actual fall? Was it just like 2 or 3 feet? Because you don't really see. You don't see.
It was about 350 feet.
That is a hell of a fall.
One tough bastard walked away from that.
Yeah, he didn't get up, walk away, and do it again.
His life ahead.
Did you do that in like one take? How many times did you have to do that take?
Those kind of setups you do one take.
One take and just multiple cameras.
You have to set again. Too much time and money involved. So you make sure you do it one time. A lot of rehearsals leading up to it. Make sure it's perfect before you go for it. And it was about 8 foot maybe. 8 feet through the pad.
That's that's just everything about 4 is iconic to me. It's such a great movie, but when you're getting shot, you fall through there, and he's out of sight. It's a great finish to the movie. Leaves it open, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask Donald Pleasance. You had to have interactions with him as Michael, right? The great Donald Pleasance being there in 4 and 5. And
I grew up with him as a kid. I saw a lot of Donald Pleasance movies. Wow. And I'm a country boy from Kent, Connecticut, a farm boy. I'm sitting next to Donald Pleasance in between takes, talking with Donald Pleasance.
I mean, how was he? I mean,
very pleasant, very professional all the time, very astute. He just seemed like a nice, he would have been a great guy. Real down to earth guy. He talk you. If he likes you, he'll talk with you.
But if he doesn't like you, he won't want you.
Just stay away, be quiet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of guy. I force the conversation as much as possible. Come on, yeah. But he wanted to talk to me, and he did.
It's just an amazing career you've had, and just you've been so blessed to do it for so long. Yes. And to be, and obviously you're still walking around with all these stuff to avoid any real serious injuries. This was just got to be a testament to your skill as a stuntman and the safety that goes into what you do, and the precautions you take, and the what's the word I'm looking for, the planning, I guess, that goes into everything.
You don't take any step lightly. Yeah. Even a simple footfall could hurt you, which has in the past. Stunt guys, be very careful as you set up a stunt. Spend all the time you need. Don't have anybody rush you doing the stunt. You go when you're ready. It's the attitude you got to have doing those kind of stunts.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. So, with the new Halloween movies that have recently come out by Rob Zombie, have you seen those?
No, I have not.
I haven't seen them. Yeah. So did you follow anything past your work?
No.
Because you don't have to. Trust me. After your work, there's nothing much else to see.
No.
Halloween 4, 5, and 6 are iconic. Why should I go any further than that? They're the best. I sit at home every night and watch it for 20 years. Over and over and over again.
Oh, that's love it. You were probably one. I mean, you are like probably the one of the main guys here at this year's convention. So we won't. As much I would talk to you all day about this, but I won't take up any more of your time because I know people want to see you and meet you. So, but again, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us.
Are you saying you have enough of me already?
No,
I
was sitting here talking for hours. I just figured you're going to get enough of us. So, but thank you so much. That's George P. Wilbur, Micheal Myers himself. This was just such a treat. Thank you so much.
George, really quick, is there any other cons you're going to that people might want to see you at? Or anything you want to let fans know before we sign off?
I don't know. I'll let my agent handle that situation. I don't know.
Is there anywhere they can follow you? Like do you have a website or anywhere like that?
Yeah, I think it's still on. It's called GeorgeWilburTheShape.com.
That's
The
right.
Shape.
Yes, The Shape. Okay.
Again,
perfect. So that's where they
perfect.
can find some information on George P. Wilbur and his history. So check it out. GeorgePWilburTheShape.com.
And I'm going to get him to sign some of my Halloween memorabilia before I get out of here for the day and be a happy little giddy fanboy. So again, thanks for listening, everybody, and thank you so much for George P. Wilbur, Micheal Myers himself. Signing off for now. Take care, everybody.